Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's Ncaa to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Pringle. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. On the run, fires downfield. Tosses it incomplete. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy.
He unleashes a long one. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Throwing, Ncaa. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. He's got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
The give to the lone running back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. All right, guys, let's talk a second about Cal. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They go to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Sangapolatelli. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. from the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive.
Maybe some room here. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. That's the end of the period, and Ncaa is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
The Golden Bears really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cal. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Here's Ncaa to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Fletcher. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to adjust the pattern. Ncaa, right down the middle. A strike downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Hurricane. He got a step and just dusted the field. And the offense finds a way to cut it
the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Finding an escape route. There he goes. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Just hand it to him and let him do the work, man. Over 100 yards on the first half. That big, explosive play. And that will do. That will get you almost there. When you can hand it off to a guy like this and he can take it the distance, it makes play calling for an offensive guy, it's so much fun. It's easy. Hand it to him, he gone.
And the extra point is good. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Offense changing the play. Here's Ncaa to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Compton. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown, cut into their opponent's lead.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Makes it past the marker. And he's finally stopped. A huge pickup on the play, and what a way to carry things into the 2-minute timeout. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing, Ncaa. Quickly complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can pick up the first without scoring. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Touchdown, Canes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum going into the half. cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Throwing Ncaa. Safe completion on the screen. That makes the catch and he's free. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty's on. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. JKS. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Here's Darian Mensa to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Lofton. Picks up the 1st down, mark it at the 14 as they try to put up points before halftime. He goes right back to the air. Here's a heat. Leaping grab for a big gain. They make the stop after the big passing play, but now the question is, will it stand? So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Not much happening on that one. Maybe made it back to the line of scrimmage as the clock continues to move here late in the half. It's 3rd down. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's open things up with Coastal Carolina, taking on the number 16 team, the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Chanticleers, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins. The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. They made a little trouble for themselves with that penalty. Now 2nd and 12. The give out of the gun. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Got enough for the 1st. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we can put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run. Another good one. Another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Now they'll run the draw. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They're giving up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Golden Bears line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he tacks on the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Hauls it in. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. The Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The option, he'll keep it. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Looking for a huge play. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
Ncaa from the gun on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. The Cal offense is headed back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Going to get a stoppage here as there is an injured Cal Bear on the field. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep an eye on that and get us up to date on what the situation is. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
They're going to need more of that. They're down multiple possessions today. They need to create negative plays. They need to make plays behind the line of scrimmage, and finally they come away with their first sack.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Ncaa Songapowatelli. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that lead grows even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. One final play before the end of the quarter. Looking for a crease to the left. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the third quarter. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. And we're just about ready to go with the final quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll ride the hot hand. Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Canes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Ncaa. Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Ncaa from the gun on third down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Might be calling a hot route. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Snags it, and he's open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
They'll go right back to him. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Cal! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the point after is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Quarterback making adjustments. Here's Ncaa to throw. Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Lofton. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, number 19.
The number 1 objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They get it down to the 35 before he stops. Yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if it's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Songo Politelli. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll run it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Release to the back. Finds his target down the middle. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. The Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Here we go, ready, go! From the gun, the running back looking for room.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. Got his man. And he's wrestled out of bounds after a nice pickup. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward, if they put their A game together in all three phases, this is a team we're going to be talking about very, very late in the season.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.